Whoops. That's the button. There we go. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for a Sunday edition of Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Of course, I'm your host, Justin Wise, lead analyst and senior mentor at cryptocurrency.com. Hopefully you're doing fantastic wherever you happen to be tuning in from. And of course, today is Sunday, April 28th, 2019, foul year of our Lord. The last Sunday that we're going to have in this wonderful month of April. Has it really been a wonderful month? You know, I was talking with Scott yesterday, and it really does feel like the end times are upon us because it is April. And of course, Scott living near the Chicago area. What do we have coming in yesterday? Of course, we have winter storm advisories coming in around the Chicago area. Where I live, a little bit more to the west of Chicago, we've got sleet. It's fantastic. Sleet, and today it's beautiful outside. So it really does feel like we're living in the end times. Through CIT, Crypto Guanaco. Crypto Meister, good to see you guys. Slow day today, that's all right. A little bit more intimate, gives us some time to go over some stuff. If you guys have any questions, Frozen Niche, hey, good to see you. If you guys have any questions or requests, we'll break those down. Just a good kind of relaxing day for me, honestly. Spending time with my family, spending time with my daughter. It's the last Sunday of the month, which means the house gets deep cleaned. I'm kind of not OCD in any way, shape, or form like some people might think I would be as a trader, but I do like my house to be very clean. Sometimes not so tidy. It's pretty tidy, but yeah, anyways, so take a look at what we got going on. Alex Valieve, hey, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Highly appreciate it, my good friend. How are you doing today? Bitcoin looking super weak right now. Might even see sub 4K. It is not looking good, and we're going to break that down here in just a second. Nothing's really changed with my position. Still short on Bitcoin, still short on Ethereum. Kind of some interesting things that came in just a little bit ago on the lower time frames, but nothing amazing. Of course, once I get done with the show tonight, I will be doing my weekly analysis as I do, and we'll do a little bit of that today, I guess. We'll look at the weekly charts. We'll look at the weekly candle closes that we will have coming up here in a couple hours, and we'll try to discern kind of what our game plan is going to be for the next week. All right. Bad Andy says, yeah, we got it snow a little north of Chicago. Gone today, though. It's going good, Richard Lopez. How's it going for you? Scott, I know. I mean, your house is the most beautiful. Chintzy isn't the word because chintzy has a negative connotation, but I really enjoy coming to your house because it's really, really neat. It's going well, man. All right, let's head over here to the charts. Got some work finished, pretty much finished. Okay, so I'll give you guys an update on Mynx. So that's kind of what I'm really working on right now. Mynx indicator. Let me see if I can slide over here. This actually right here is, get rid of this. This isn't Mynx, but this right here is an implementation of CC Ichimoku and Bollinger Bands. Now, this was a request from one of our analysts because this is a strategy that he's utilizing. So I'm almost done with this, but let's get this off for a moment. And come on, baby. So we're on the hourly chart for Bitstamp. Here, hourly is going to be 200, and we're not going to plot trends. We're just going to plot reverse. I need to make one minor change to this. I need to make one minor change to this. And the only change that I'm going to add is, so the way that I've designed Mynx right now is that it will only give signals, default settings, it will only give signals, reversal signals in the direction of the dominant trend. And it's really good when you do it. It doesn't give signals. I was thinking about making a meme for it. It doesn't give signals all the time, but when it does give signals, they're really, really good. They're really good. I mean, it's got an 87% hit rate. It's got a 2.0% profit factor. And what you have to understand about that profit factor is that an impressive profit factor? Yes, it means you make twice as much as you risk, okay? If you just take the average of trades. Now, it doesn't give a whole lot of signals. That's because they're really good signals. They're really safe signals. They're for sure signals. They're no-brainer signals, right? Like here, for example, here's one right here, right? Like here's a long, right? You can see on Mynx, it says go long right here. And we just go, 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 go. And there's lots of opportunities up here to take profit. Mynx doesn't actually indicate an exit somewhere around here, but it does give you a really good entry. So it doesn't give signals all the time, but when it does give signals, they're really good. So one thing that I am going to plot in, though, is right now for default, I'm actually going to put them in drop-down settings. The best settings for the hourly, the best settings for the daily, the best settings for the 12-hour. And then this will all come with, the video is pretty much done. The guide on how to utilize this as well will be coming out. And I've gotten a lot of requests to make public a video on time transformation because I get a lot of questions on how it works, you know, how is it built? And so I'm not going to, it's a proprietary indicator, so I'm not going to reveal like how it's built or, you know, any of the mathematics behind it. But I'm going to shoot a new video and release that just so people get an understanding of how to trade it. And if they don't have time transformation, at least they can use that kind of information about how to use a centered oscillator like that, even though it's not just a centered oscillator, but how to use a centered oscillator a little bit better. So, but what I'm going to do with this is I'm also going to code in if you just want to trade raw reversals. It has obviously it has a lower hit rate, but it has a higher profit factor, because it's going to catch bottoms and catch tops. The way it's designed right now is not designed to catch bottoms and tops. It's designed to catch bottoms and tops in the direction of the dominant trend. Let me put it that way. Not absolute bottoms. So it's not going to be a raw reversal indicator. So it's safer. That's why it doesn't give signals all the time, but when it does, they're really good. And then the strategy testers are almost done. And then on the daily, it's really good as a trending indicator as well, but you do need to change the settings. So 13. Okay, so on the daily, and we also need a confirmation indicator. We need a confirmation indicator right here. So what is Mynx actually telling us to do right now? Mynx is actually telling us to go short right now. Mynx is actually telling us to go short right now. We wouldn't have taken this signal. We would have taken this long, right? And I tried coding this directly into Mynx, the confirmation indicator, but it was too much of a hassle, honestly. And it's just as easy just to have your secondary confirmation up there. So Mynx is actually telling us to go short. So enough about that. Let's get over here into the main charts. Ron Legato, good to see you. Cruise CIT says, I'm shorting both Bitcoin and Lumens. I guess it moving as 2017 to September 1st. Okay, let's go and look at September 1st. On the daily, and okay, so here we are on September 1st, September 2017, and so you're predicting a pretty significant movement to the downside. That was a 40% movement to the downside. And what's interesting about this is that let's look at what this is doing actually. So this is September 2017. Time transformation actually gave us a sell signal right at the top. Now we're still above our baseline, so what does that mean? Does that mean enter the short? It can, but it's telling us to take profit, right? Just like it told us to take profit over here. We're always cautious taking a reversal signal when we're above our baseline, right? Especially on the daily time frame. So we take profit, potentially enter into a short, which would have been a good trade, right? Had a little bit of drawdown, but then we got a good, would have had a good wick right here, especially if you were just trading reversion to the mean. So if you were just trying to take this back to the daily baseline, would have been a good 5% trade right there for sure. Mad Twatter, thanks so much for liking the script on TradingView, highly appreciated. And then the same over here. If you were going for a reversion to the mean trade on this entry, you would have done really good. Probably caught this as well for a 6 to 10% trade. Comes back up and then closes below your baseline, right? So after you've already had a sell signal and then a fake out of your baseline and then a close below your baseline, that is generally a good signal to go short. And you would have captured potentially a 30% movement right here. And then the green daily buy signal tells you to be out of the trade or to take profit, at least move your stop loss to break even. Get a little bit of consolidation. WADA ATAR keeps you out of all this, which is quite nice. Time transformation also doesn't give you a strong signal either. Until right here, time transformation and WADA ATAR give you a good signal to go long. And you're in this. Take a little profit here. You update your stop loss to break even. You're still above your baseline though, and then you're able to catch this and potentially much more, right? So generally, when you are above your daily baseline, you're buying pullbacks to your baseline. Now, time transformation is generally not going to be sensitive enough on the daily time frame. Hey, Buds D, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. Highly appreciated. Now, time transformation is generally not going to be sensitive enough to catch those pullbacks. So you're just looking at reversion to the mean, right? So you can just see when you're in a bullish trend, as indicated by WADA ATAR, as indicated by time transformation, you're above your zero line. When you get pullbacks to your baseline, you buy them, right? And then when that doesn't work out, you buy pullbacks to your secondary baseline. And if you lose both your daily baseline and secondary baseline, it's just a strong short. Like over here is your first indication. And then basically once you lose your secondary baseline, which would have happened around 11,000, there's really no reason to not be short, right? You're short here, you get an exit here. Again, WADA ATAR and time transformation basically keep you out of all of this. They keep you out of this. They get you into this, which is that's a pretty good trade. And they keep you out of this one, and they do get you into this one. This is a good one. So yeah. So interesting prediction, man. September 1st, 2017. I wanted to go back and look at some of the similarities. Here we go. All right, so let's zoom out a little bit. Now, okay, so obviously a very different market structure back in September of 2017. Why? Because we hadn't really, we had been in an uptrend for a while, right? Like we were just emerging from the 2015 bear market, really, after bottoming in 2016. We reached a local top in June of 2017, had a significant pullback, consolidated for a while before a stop loss hunt, and then went on a nice tear, got a little bit overbought in August, and then got overbought again in September, and then had a pretty significant pullback, right? So what happened here in September? Let's break down a little bit more. So we had our first sell signal. We had a secondary high, right? So we formed a high. We formed a little bit of resistance, had a little bit of a pullback to the daily baseline. Went on another push up to form a higher high, got another sell signal, and then ended up breaking our baseline and then continuing down pretty significantly, right? So let's go over here to what's going on now, and let's see how similar this looks, right? So we got our daily sell signal, okay? We got a pullback to the daily baseline. We formed a higher high, got a second daily sell signal, and then ended up breaking our baseline, our daily baseline. So if you're correct, which I think that you have a very good analysis there, and I agree with you, although not based off prior history, I think that's something that's interesting to look at. But just looking at the technicals of everything I've laid out, you didn't need to have that prior example to know that this is just the way that you traded. So you just, like I said, looking at any and all pullbacks into that daily baseline, enter into a short. I actually had a second short get filled on ByBit last night because I was just targeting that daily baseline, got it hit. And so basically what we're looking at here, so what was that, a 40% drop? And so a 15% drop would take us down to our secondary daily baseline, right? So that's our long-term momentum line. If we do lose that, a 40% drop would put us back down to, and we'll use the highs, so we'll be a little bit more conservative. Yeah, a 40% drop would put us back to our yearly lows, right? Would put us back to the $3,300 area. So definitely a good potential there. Let's pull open our daily Ichimoku. Let's see what we got going on. So we also we've got some really good confluence here with our daily. This is why I said, whatever your baseline wants to be, you can see how for most of April, I was highlighting the Ichimoku indicator. And again, if you guys want to use my Ichimoku, you guys can just go to tv.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Both my exponential moving average indicator and my Ichimoku indicator are free to use. They're public. They have alerts for everything you could possibly want for Ichimoku. You've got Kumo cloud breaks, Tenkan Kijun crosses. It's customizable. It's set to the settings that I use for Ichimoku by default. Same for exponential moving averages. It comes default with many. The Fibonacci moving averages that I like to use. Both the Ichimoku indicator of mine and exponential moving averages have the multi-time frame feature. So if you want to look at your moving averages on a different on a different time frame. So say you're watching the hourly chart and you want to look at the 8-hour exponential moving averages, that's totally fine. Or you can just use the current time frame without having to switch back and forth between different time frames. I find this very helpful if you're scalping, for example, on the 5-minute or the 15-minute chart, but you want to watch the hourly exponential moving averages or the 4-hour exponential moving averages, for example. I don't trade the 4-hour chart, but the 4-hour chart's a meme in my opinion. But anyways, you can do that. And then you can disable them if you want. You can also trade crossovers if you want. So it'll literally tell you on the screen when to buy and when to sell. The other thing that I want to look at today is the daily golden and death crosses, right? Because I posted in the general chat of the Discord my take. I actually posted it quite a while ago, but I just dug it up again and posted it because I wanted to talk about daily golden crosses, which everybody was really excited about. And keep in mind, we had the daily golden cross, and then the Tether FUD came out, the news event came out, which is just a justification for where the market wanted to go anyways. And then you get the significant price pullback. I think it's going to be a more significant price pullback. So in my experience, especially with Bitcoin, daily golden crosses, short them. Daily death crosses, go long. Because by the time those longer term moving averages have already made their crossover, the market has already made its move and will now revert back to the mean, which is generally going to be the zone of the breakout. So with that being said, let's actually go take a look at, let's put 2 simple moving averages on the chart. Sorry, not as, oh, come on. Let's just put 2 simple moving averages on the chart. And we're going to do the 50 and the 200. Okay, so yeah, so what's really nice is right here. Okay, so right here on this candle, you got the daily golden cross. And what was the greatest? So keep in mind, this candle closed at 55.31. Where was the best daily close to go short from? Boom, right there. I mean, right there in your face. Up a little. JT says, gonna go see the Avengers tonight, but had to get my CCC fixed, man. Hell yeah, dude. When you say you're gonna go see the Avengers, what, is Endgame out? Zerp Ripple, hey, what's going on, man? Did I read on Hedra H-bar? No, not yet. I'm gonna throw that over to my team. Yeah, we can look at Ripple, man. Let's look at Zerp. And HOT as a request? Yeah, sure. Sharif, don't like it. Rock the cash ball. Hey, what's going on, Johnny Boy Crypto? Guanaco, I'm pleased to be here. Bitcoin millionaire, good to see you. Do I get BAT if somebody watches my videos on Brave? Yes. I think I do. I know I get BAT if you tip me BAT because I'm a verified publisher on BAT. I'm pretty sure I get BAT if you watch me. Richard Lopez says, you should really have more subs. You know your stuff. I'll post the link to your channel on my Twitter. Thank you. I highly appreciate that. So as we can see here on the daily time frame, what was the absolute best daily candle to short Bitcoin? It was when the golden cross occurred, okay? Or at least the confirmation of the golden cross, the next one right there, where we actually got the time transformation sell signal. Now let's go back in time and look at the last death cross that we did get on Bitcoin. Right here on this candle, right? Or on this candle, which confirmed it, right? Now, you tell me, was that a time to go short or a time to go long? Price moved up 45%, okay? Price moved up 45%. And what are you targeting? Like, what is the basic target for the zone? Well, you're targeting, first off, you're 50, right? You're targeting the zone of the breakout, right? So you're 50 baseline. And then you're also targeting, hopefully, your 200 baseline. And what does price do after the death cross? It comes up here to test your 50, comes up here to test your 200. So, I mean, realistically, here's what you would want to do in this case, right? And keep in mind, this is just a good strategy moving forward. Almost always do this because this is a good strategy throughout all of Bitcoin's history. When you get a death cross, go long or look to go long. Like look for your strategy to tell you to go long. Which, you know, any good reversal strategy would get you in somewhere around here. Any good trending strategy would hopefully get you in somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here. And look to take profits on the test of your first simple moving average. And then if price breaks through that, target your second simple moving average, right? And you can also look for a short entry if price gets rejected from your first. Look to go long up to your first. Look to take profit. If price gets rejected, look to take all your profit and look to go short with a stop loss if price closes above. But if price breaks through pretty good, target your second and look to go short here as soon as you get confirmation that price is rejecting, which look, you get 3 consolidation candles and price starts moving down. This is where you want to be short because you just got rejected from your 200 daily simple moving average after a death cross. So it's after the retest. It's after the retest that you want to get short and stay short, right? So basically, after this death cross, you are short from the $9,800 level, and then you never go long again. Like, you're just short. Like, you just stay short. Now, we've had the golden cross, right? So what does this likely mean? If and again, we can go back for an opportunity for an example of the previous golden cross. Same thing. So you short the hell out of it. You look to get short, and we're targeting our 51st, right? And that's where we might be looking to go long. Or our 200, okay, is where we'd like to be going long from. So that gives us a zone between 4,600 and 4,400, okay? So best case scenario, best case bullish scenario for Bitcoin, just looking at this, we would go down to revisit both our 50 and our 200 or simple moving average. And if price is able to hold those as support, then again, you get long and you stay long, right? But you don't get long off of this. You do not long the golden cross. That is a losing strategy. Yes, Endgame is out. Man, I should go see that. I'm a big superhero movies fan. I didn't know, though. I mean, when I say big, like, oh, if you're a big fan, then you should know the movie was out. But, not like that big of a fan. Not like, it's, I'm not a rabid fan. If the movie's out, I'm going to go see it. I might go do that sometime next week. I think I didn't go see Infinity War in theaters, but I did see Ragnarok. I watched Ragnarok in theaters. Daniel says it was almost 3 hours long. Floyd, what's going on, my good friend? You can't say LOL. Hey, good to see you. Shirt's looking good. Thank you. Endgame at AMC in Norwich. Recliners and a button for the waitress. Full bar. Woohoo. Yeah, we got something like that. Pretty cool. That's actually like an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes away from me. That's where we like to go see movies. It's the same thing, full bar, but that doesn't help me out whatsoever. I don't drink, but you press the button, they bring you food. You can actually eat steak or burgers. They got a restaurant there. They bring you. It's nice. Full leather recliners, the kickback and everything. You need to watch all the movies so you understand. Yeah, I mean, I have. I've seen all the MCU movies, the Marvel Cinematic movies. Like, I just didn't go see Infinity War in the theaters. I pirated it. Anyway, so Endgame was really good. Hell yeah. Zero Cool says, I can't see your whole chart. The right side has Hedin. Well, I try to let me know, like scream at me if I'm ever covering up something that is really pertinent. I generally try to have it in such a way that it helps with the resolution. So what's my point? If I were to actually change the scene and move that right part over, okay, so yeah, hold it, you can see my cursor, so that maybe you would just see the whole window right here. It would be smushed. So this way you can see the whole resolution, and I just try to stay I try to stay pertinent to the idea that you guys are generally not going to be interested in stuff over here. But scream at me if it ever we all did, but this was good. I need to see it in cinema. Yeah, I'll definitely go see it, man. Endgame high quality torrent is out. Send me that DM, man. True Marvel fan doesn't get bored with superhero stuff. Yeah, who's your, let me know, guys, in the chat. Who's your favorite superhero? Hulk, smash the likes. Thanks, man. Let's see here. LTC USD rising wedge, or bullish wedge. No. There's nothing bullish about this. Let me tell you something about chart patterns. This is what you're gonna see people draw. They're gonna draw stuff like this, probably. And wedges have the absolute worst probability of playing out. There is no statistical advantage to playing falling wedges. In fact, you will lose money if you trade falling wedges. I've seen the statistics on this stuff. Now, there's nothing wrong with looking at that kind of price contraction, right? And looking for the breakout trade. But that's different. That's a breakout trade. That's not saying, oh, I'm going to buy the bottom of this, diagonal support line. Let's see what we got going on here on the daily. Price is oversold pretty significantly. Let's look back historically. We bottomed here at roughly the same area. But here we got a little bit lower. We even got bullish, excuse me. We even got a little bullish divergence. And we were just trying to catch a knife, against the dominant trend. Throw on our EMAs and see where we're at. Yeah, I mean, price just broke through the daily secondary baseline. Not interested, man. If price comes back up and tags this again, I'd be looking pretty short on this one. Let's see here. Where do we got a likely target? Well, we got our breaker right here. Not really a good breaker, though. This is a pretty good breaker. Last up candle before a really significant shift in market structure. So maybe around the $53 to $55 area, we might become interested buyers for a reversal buy. Just lost your 3-day momentum. Here's the 3-day sell signal. You got the weekly sell signal too. You don't argue with that stuff, man. About to lose. Yeah. We'll see what happens here on the weekly. You might get an SR flip out of that 55, but three days more tradable as always, and the 3 days telling us we really got 12% down to go. Even more, really, if you're looking at the that's not a good one. We don't really have a good I don't use breakers on higher time frames than daily anyways. They're hard to trade. So you got a good daily breaker right here. You got a nice up move and then a significant shift in market structure, which really led to this bear market right here. Bearish consolidation period, and then you get expansion. And what told you that? What really told you that you were entering into a bullish trend? I mean, we'll look at the 55, right? This is a pretty decent fake out, right? This is a pretty decent fake out. But in general, if you wait, like I said, prices underneath 5, I'm really the 13 majority of 2018. The whole of 2018. And then finally in January 2019, we break above. You don't really buy the first time for a trend. You wait, consolidation, good break above, and then you would have captured pretty much all of the trending movement on Litecoin. Okay. And right now we're looking to capture all the trending movement downside. Nothing looks bullish about this, man. What are my thoughts on Ethereum? I mean, fundamentally, I'm not a big fan of Ethereum, to be quite honest with you. Michael Weston says, what I miss? Not a lot. Said Bilal says, please, Bitcoin target in the next 40 hours. Most likely lower than today, but I would not be surprised to see a short squeeze in the morning hours. Wolverine all day. Wolverine is a close one. He's definitely in my top 5. Bitcoin Millionaire says Iron Man. John Andrews says, my first time on here. Great TA, dude. Thank you so much. So is it a good time to go short, if not already? I think you should definitely be looking for a short entry. Like I said, so I'm already short, so I would be a little cautious because I would not be surprised to see a short squeeze tomorrow. You can wait. You can wait. Well, I mean, it's not bad here, right? Because we just got rejected from our 12-hour baseline. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, we got rejected from our daily baseline just now. However, just knowing the sinisterness of how Bitcoin's price is traded, I wouldn't be surprised to see this liquidity tested right here, around 5,300. Okay, so here's my setup right here. So I've gotten some initial fills already. 51.97, 52.62, 53.24 for a pretty significant down. Now, if we close the daily back above that $5,200, $5,250 range, then I'll be looking for a long. And I will get out of my position. And I'll be like, wow, this is nice. That would really surprise me, though. But it's okay. I would be willing to be wrong, and I'll just let the market doesn't make sense. The market doesn't have to make sense. I'll let the market not make sense and just be on the right side of the market. Christopher French, thank you so much for the subscription on YouTube. Sorry I missed you. All right. Michael Weston says Tom Fitton. Black Panther, Hulk, and Iron Man. Kevin, you can't have 3 favorites. You have to pick a favorite. That's cheating. Toilet paper says Crypto Man. You can't say that's cheating. You can't say LOL. Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor. You have to favorite number 1 favorite superhero. Who would win in a fight, hands down? Do I think Ethereum is in consolidation phase and it could break bullish at any time? No. I think Ethereum is in a cool-off phase from a significant leg down and is getting ready for another leg down. But like I said, like I did say yesterday, Ethereum was already so weak compared to Bitcoin. Like Ethereum was leading the market, right? Again, that's why I said, man, I didn't really like the way that Bitcoin looked. And you can just see that Ethereum did absolutely everything that I thought it was going to do, that I wanted Bitcoin to do. It formed the swing high, it generated a swing low off of the swing high, formed a lower high, rejection from the bearish order block, confirmation of the daily sell signal, closing below the baseline, taking out the swing low, coming back up, rejecting, and now just flirting with our daily secondary baseline, just looking to close below that. And where's the next area that, and here, look right here, we have this is something interesting too. You can actually get rid of these lines. And what we will do here is, let's look at, need to find a good bullish breaker. And, technically I should use this one, but if I use this one, I have to use the low and the high. So this one, I could use the candle body, and it has confluence with the zone over here. So let's do that. Okay. All right, so you got a bullish breaker, right? So if you wanted to just trade that, you would have bought that zone. You'd be up a little bit right now. So as soon as this gets taken out, though, you're losing your daily 55. You're losing your bullish breaker, and this becomes a bearish order block. Yeah, so if we lose this, anytime price comes back up here, you're looking to short. Okay. Gotta stop using that paintbrush. It's such a pain. Lose this. For any pullbacks, short. Well, at least 136. 135 or 135 to 140 is my initial target right now. Let's see how price reacts to the point of control. If we take out that point of control here, but again, just as with Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ethereum come up here and tag our daily baseline. And then if price gets back above that daily baseline, then I'd look for a long up to here. But as it sits right now, I didn't see any of that. I'm short from right here. Got a 20% fill, took some profit, re-added to my position. 158. I was kind of prescient. I'm not going to lie. 158, 159, and 160 is where I have my limit orders. So I caught Ethereum the whole way down. Didn't catch Bitcoin. Actually took a small L on Bitcoin coming down. Because just like I said, we had a bullish order block. Broke above, or bearish order block. We broke above it. It became a bullish breaker. So I actually scaled into a long the whole way down. Got out right about break even. Took the short. Price popped back up. I got another fill at 51.97. And if price wicks up, short squeezes everybody, I'll get filled in this zone again, and I'll be targeting down here. 4,700, 4,600 initial take profit. John Eaton says, can I check out Litecoin M19? Yeah, sure. We should look at LTC BTC first. Linda! Spider-Man. Magneto is my runner-up to Wolverine. Hell yeah, Iron Man. Golem Slap. Hey, what's going on, man? BitcoinTalk.org. Check her out. Government Bitcoin Gold limited supply problem, P2P exchanges and solutions. So, is this you, man? Your time bits? Not follow this random YouTubers. I mean, in general, I don't. I like, it interests me that people have kind of unique ideas. I'm not really a conspiracy theory type person, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think that the world's pretty easy to understand, and I don't claim to understand it. My point is that people do what's in their best interest. When I was young, I tried to educate the world really, really hard. I put a lot of effort and energy into trying to get people to understand about the way that we're hoodwinked with the financial system, with the banking system, how that's all a cartel. And now I don't bother telling people anymore. I just go out and do it. I think that's why. I think that's why one of the reasons I started the show is because I became a trader because I wanted to take control of my own financial future. I wanted to take control of my money. I wanted to take control of my retirement, and it blossomed into something that became really beautiful for me. And now I try to teach everybody else to do the exact same thing. Check my French says, I don't know what I'm talking about. Where do I learn? Discord.crackencryptocurrency.com would be a great start. But if you have specific questions, I'd be happy to explain them to you as best as I can. Bird, hey, what's going on, Bird? Looking to short ZERP oozed. I think it could break down to 25 cents. Oh, let me get over here to Litecoin. All right. I need to look at ZERP. Hollow chain. They asked first. So we're going to finish looking at Litecoin here. LTC BTC. And then we will look at chart is really busy. Fresh chart. Okay. Alex Belief, thanks for the $2 donation, my good friend. He says ZERP will be over $50 this year. Sue me. Change my mind, bro. Tell you what, if Bitcoin if ZERP cracks 50 cents, I'll probably buy some. All right, let's noodle this out. So I definitely don't see a buying opportunity on Litecoin ooze. LTC BTC. So okay, so that's going to give us our answer, because the chart on LTC Bitcoin looks like, okay, we could have a potential double bottom for a retest of our baseline. We are getting a fresh baseline cross under, so the 13 is crossing under the 55. So the last time the 13 crossed over the 55 led us into the bull run, right? And similarly on Litecoin oozed, when we got the 1355 crossover, led us into the bull run. Now we're getting the cross under to the downside. And unlike the 5200, when you get the crossover on your baselines, at least the daily baselines that I'm using here, the 13 and the 55, similar to the daily Tenkan and the Kijun, you actually need something a little quicker than the Tenkan Kijun to trade that. The crossover is good, but you do want something a little faster, I think. So you can adjust your settings if you want. I generally, like I've said before, I generally use the Ichimoku settings that I use for support and resistance and dynamic momentum, but not so much entry and exit. EMAs are going to be better for that. EMAs are going to be better for that. They're always going to get you in better if you're using EMAs for your entry indicator. Ichimoku is good for confirmation. Confirmation is really good for confirmation. So even though we have a potential buying opportunity on Litecoin BTC, if our fundamental approach here is that the value of Litecoin is going to go down valued against the dollar, and we're bearish on Bitcoin, then it doesn't make any sense. Litecoin and Bitcoin should move in tandem, and overall the trade is to the downside. Okay, so I would have to assume then I would feel more comfortable looking to short Litecoin Bitcoin, therefore LTC M19, through the bearish breaker down to, say, not 933, not 978. And we reevaluate if we can get back up above, I don't know, say not really like not 0145. Not 0145 I feel comfortable about. Ryan McCutcheon, have I seen the size of the Bitfinex premium on Bitcoin price? It's a 6% premium, even though the OOST valuation has calmed down. Yeah, because because people are buying Bitcoin and withdrawing their Bitcoin from the exchange on Bitfinex especially. They're getting bank run, man. And who knows what Bitfinex is doing on the back end to pump up the price, depress the price, hold up their Tether, hold up their USD. I don't know, man. But I know that I don't want anything to do with Bitfinex. Okay, so I'm sorry about that, guys. Thank you, Mr. Ether, for stepping in there. Johnny Boy Crypto as well. Highly appreciated, guys. Sorry about that. I got kind of caught up with what was going on back there. You can't. Let's wrench you up there. Let's see here. Check my French. Discord.cracking. What? Here, I'll put it in the chat. Discord.crackingcryptocurrency.com. It's also in the description down below. Scott says, I am the complete opposite conspiracy theorist that does thunk. I've figured out the work. Mr. Ether says, I want Litecoin to fall to the 90% plus level. So 90% up or 90% down? 404 is AI sent from aliens. Taking a dip in the exuberance. Oh wow. Yeah, I guess. Sorry, guys, I missed kind of the action there. So Mr. Evil saying Bitcoin is going to go up, dickhead. I mean, yeah, it could. I don't know why. I don't know why. If I think it goes down, it makes me a dickhead. Whatever, man. Okay, 90% down. Cool, man. Linda, do your thing. What book you need to win a trade? Maybe you won't be so bitter. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate the community spirit, man. We're all in this together. Casper says, thank you so much for your trading recommendation on Elastos. I sold at $3.24 when we last talked about it. It's been dropping ever since. Boom. Good to hear, man. Thank you so much. Mr. Ether, man, thank you so much for holding that down. You guys are the best. Max says, that was a good video you did where you broke down the AG's document about the Tether situation. Seems like only a few streamers actually read the document. Nice job. Thank you, man. Yeah, I had been, I want to say that it's something that like I had been doing deep research on for months. It's not. It's something that we had talked about, had kind of followed us around. Golem Slap, thanks so much for the follow on Twitch. That had kind of like followed us around. And that we had kind of kicked the can around like, hey guys, do we want to make a fundamental decision on this? Do we want to, make a move? And honestly, it was just better. I'm a technical trader, right? So I look at fundamentals as to how they could have an impact on the market. But again, you could get you can have a news event, right? Or you can have some fundamental analysis. And if it doesn't congrue with the technicals, I don't really listen to that. Now, with things like stocks, with things like traditional equity, sure, Forex, absolutely not. The only way to trade Forex is technically. But I will say that in cryptocurrency, again, I've said this many times, cryptocurrency is one of those new asset classes where retail sentiment does actually move the market, and the charts and price actually respond quite nicely to traditional technical analysis. Does the CME price action matter? Yes, it is a good leading indicator for price. GBDC is a good leading indicator for price as well. But we do have to understand, I guess I want to say this because, again, keep in mind what I said, right? Lining up the technicals with the fundamentals. Because CME are cash-settled futures, and cash-settled futures have been used throughout history, right? Throughout the last 20, 30 years to suppress precious metal prices and to suppress currency markets as well. So, no problem, John. Bitfinex funds are FAFU. Someone called Hornhair showed on his Twitter account that in the past 5+ years, there have been only 5 accounts of bearish RSI divergence on the 2-day chart. Interesting. BNB. Yeah, we got to get to these like requests. Derp, HOT, BNB. Johnny caught him good. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Today, the 26th of April, will mark the 6th. The average drawdown after the confirmations of these previous divs before a significant bounce or reversal was 44.25. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even we looked at the the golden cross to death cross difference earlier. So even the most positive situation that we could think of, we'll throw those back up, was that $4,600 area, right? Which is just where our roughly around the area. So we're actually coming around the lower 47s, but where our daily 55 EM is coming in at. So looking for that retest of the 50 simple or the simple 200. That's the best case scenario in my opinion. That's kind of what I'm prepared for. Daily close under 5,100 likely. That's what I'd really like to see. But here's the thing, and I just want everybody to be cautious about this. Before we drop, right? Now, technically, classically, you would just expect, look, let's go down, let's look at something like the 12-hour, right? Or look at something like the 3-hour, right? You can see the 3-hour in a state of consolidation, lower highs, right? Struggling to hold this area, unable. This is just overall consolidation. Typically, after a high momentum move to the downside, price consolidates and then continues the underlying trend. If we look at something like the 12-hour, we can just see weak ascension to the upside, right? And once price hits a significant level of resistance, it just rejects, right? Tries to push up, so we have this nice bullish 12-hour candle right here. Weak, 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 rejection, right? Typically, you would expect this to just continue moving down, but I would not be surprised because it is Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, and we've got just a little bit before the close of the weekly candle, right? And the weekly candle on the weekly BitMEX is flashing our first weekly sell signal that we've had in a while, right? So this is our first weekly sell signal on BitMEX. Are we getting it on Coinbase as well? Yeah, we're flashing our first weekly sell signal since our weekly buy signal back here on the 17th of December, right? When price actually came up and tagged 4,000. And again, would an entry there have been the best? No, waiting for the pullback would have been better. Would have got us at about 14% in, but still, had you just taken that signal, you'd be up about 30% right now, okay? And again, there was nothing wrong with using the daily, right? Because the best entry, all your trending indicators started firing right around here, right? There was nothing wrong with getting in right around here. Getting in the upper 3,000s, 3,700, 3,900, 4,000. You know, everybody, I'm so tired. I don't listen to it, but there's so many people out there who are like, if you didn't buy in this range right here, you're a fucking idiot. Okay, man. Says the same fucking assholes who for all of 2018 were saying, if you didn't buy right here, you don't know what the hell you're doing. Reversal trading is not the only way to trade, right? There's nothing wrong with trend trading. It's generally safer. Bitfinex, what's up, what's up, what's up? Mind taking a gender at BNB USDT. Listen, we try to appeal to all genders in here. Again, you know, 0.079% of my historical viewers are females. Oh, gander, sorry, I misread that. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. BNB USD. What's my opinion about Nano? I don't have one. We can look at the chart if we get some time. Throw it on the schedule. Do not have a fundamental. I have some friends in South America who quite like Nano because they say that's actually how they get paid. Do I think the announcements from NASDAQ, TD Ameritrade, and E-Trade this week had anything to do with issues with Bitfinex? That is a secondary level of conspiracy theory that I did talk about on yesterday's stream, where, okay, why would the New York State Attorney General's office step in and be so harsh on Bitfinex, right? Why are they casting such a harsh spotlight on cryptocurrency, right? Because I do think that this is an attempted attack on cryptocurrency, right? But again, at the same time, I do want to see the bad actors get kicked out. And I don't think that Bitfinex is necessarily a bad actor. I don't actually think that what they did was intentionally malicious, right? I think they got taken advantage of because they were trying to do the best that they could to provide fiat to crypto solutions for their clients and be, you know, kind of, you don't understand. Like, I got some comments on the video yesterday, or it was a couple days ago, I shot it now. They're like, why are you calling Bitfinex smart? Their hands are dirty. They're not clean in this. They're evil, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, like, do you have any idea, like, what Bitfinex has done for cryptocurrency? Like, how much, like, blood, sweat, equity they've put in over the last few years? Like, they've kicked ass, dude. And again, I never traded on Bitfinex, but I respect the heck out of the people, right? They're old school Bitcoiners, man. They're old school Bitcoiners. And they were there holding it down, trying to do the best that they could, having one of the best matching engines out there since most retail traders were interested in trading Bitcoin, right? They're OGs. And they've done a lot of good things, man. They've done a lot of good things for cryptocurrency. And again, the reason that they got themselves in this pickle is by trying to do a solid for their clients to allow USD withdrawals, because they're one of the few exchanges out there that were doing leverage trading and coin-to-coin trading, having a good matching engine, and allowing USD deposits and withdrawals. That's why so many people like to trade on Bitfinex. They were trying to provide a service, try to do people a solid. But so if, you know, the New York State Attorney, you know, Merrill Lynch, but what Bitfinex did is no different than what Merrill Lynch has done, than what Goldman Sachs has done, than what all these other banks did during the 2008 financial crisis. So double standard for sure, for sure, for sure. Yes, we are drawing names for the Crypto Zombie t-shirt giveaway. BNB doesn't want to drop. I got him too. Who gave it? Any thoughts on E-Trade listing BTC and ETH? It's a good thing, man. Cedro, thanks for the ByBit, $10. No problem. G Munoz says, hey, bro, I'm new to this and would like to learn on how to short or long on BitMEX. Any helpful videos? So I don't know anything about BitMEX. I recommend trading on ByBit. If you're talking about BitMEX, BitMEX it's been good. I've been trading on BitMEX for a long time, but I've moved over to Deribit and ByBit, especially ByBit, because I think ByBit's probably going to be one of the best leverage exchanges moving forward. It's got every feature that I could possibly want. The features that they don't have, they are adding. I've communicated with their team. You can check out my link in the description below. You can market sell or market buy during any peak time of volume. Right? There's never a system overload. I like the team. I like the staff. I like pretty much everything I've researched about it. So if you use my link, they'll give you $10 to trade with, so you can check the platform out for free. Helps the channel out. I recommend it, man. They didn't pay to play New York Standard, man. Yeah, we're gonna draw the names for the t-shirt. So check it out, man. It is 6:11. Just opened a short position for BNB. So this was the question yesterday. So yeah, so you can't. Can you short BNB on Bitfinex? Is that what it is? Or are you guys talking about using like the 3 commas short bots? Because somebody asked me yesterday. You're welcome, bro. And, hop in the Discord, discord.krakencryptocurrency.com. We post charts. We talk about trading. Oh, I didn't finish my sentence earlier about price to expect still tonight. You wouldn't be surprised if we saw a short squeeze. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a fairly large wick, basically retagging our daily baseline, and maybe even testing this liquidity up here around 5,300 on spot, especially on BitMEX. I wouldn't be surprised to see price come up here and tag 5271. Yeah. I would not be surprised to see that over the midnight hours. Or maybe around like 9 to 11 a.m. in the morning, because that's typically Monday through Friday, the highest frequency. Yeah, BNB isn't. That's what I thought, because we looked at this yesterday. Oh, it's that BitMEX exchange, right? The new one, BitMEX. I think that's where you can short BNB. I don't know anything about BitMEX. ByBit sounds good. Do they have BNB there? No, they do not. They have Bitcoin, Ethereum, ZERP, and EOS currently, and they will be adding more pairs as they move forward. Wendy Brown Eye, good to see you. All right, so guys, I need to go refresh my water. I'll be back in just a minute, and we will draw the winners for the Cracking Cryptocurrency t-shirt giveaway / Crypto Zombie giveaway. And we will look at ZERP, HOT, BNB, and Nano. All right, guys. I tried hopping in Discord. It just makes it hard to type. Voice to text, man. Google voice to text. Or Windows text. Get dragging, man. I mean, I write a lot, and I'm a fast typer, but I just voice to text a lot. All right, guys, I'll be right back. While you're waiting, if you guys would like to head on over to topg.crackingcryptocurrency.com. Hey, Wally, what's going on? You guys want to head over to topg.crackingcryptocurrency.com, give us an upvote. Pushes us up in the Discord server rankings. Doesn't cost you anything to vote. Helps the channel out. And you just got to click on this button right here. So we just cracked, we were at 7 for a long time, just cracked 6 yesterday. So pretty excited about that. Not shooting for number 1. That's MMO, proud partner of the show. But I would be shooting for a good solid number 2. So appreciate that if you guys want to help us out. And we'll be back in just a second. What's up, guys? You guys didn't like the Naomi Brockwell? That's classic. That is some classic, that's classic old school Bitcoin stuff right there. You guys need to go check out Galt's Girl on Twitter, Naomi Brockwell on the YouTube. All right. This song is about how Tether is bad and you should buy Bitcoin. Sorry, guys. We're back, don't worry. It's a little Sunday evening funny stuff. At least we didn't lose everybody. All right. So let's do the drawings for the winners, man, for the t-shirt. Random comment picker. When do I want to use? One right here? Yeah. Yeah, I like this one. The music triggered me. She had a long time. I think surviving that deserves a medal more than surviving the bear market. That music triggered me. We just got Bitcoin rolled. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. All right, so we'll go on over here to YouTube. And she had a long. This was the video of yesterday. Spent 20, 30 minutes talking. Digitex features exit scan. Bitfinex Tether FUD continued. Let's see here. Thanks, DIY guy. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, 9. Sorry. Appreciate that, Ron Legato. 9 people who can potentially win. Load comments. And we'll just do this 5 times. We'll pick 5 random winners. Ding, 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 ding. Yep. D Crypto is winner number 1. Congratulations to you. Let me get my sticky notes up here. New sticky note. DE Crypto. Congratulations to you, my good friend. Randomly pick winner. Wendy Brown Eye. You did not use the hashtag CryptoZombie is awesome. Just double checking. Nope. Oh, Ron Legato, good looking out for the timestamps. Oh, I need to pin that comment. I didn't even notice, my good friend. Here we go. Pin that. Mr. Ether says I want a shirt. All right, we're getting there, guys. We've got 1 down. All Infinity. Okay, All Infinity. Congratulations to you, sir. All Infinity, winner number 2. 3 more. Got to be a better way to do that. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the comments. Is there a better way to do this? If you're quick, you can edit your comment. Did I just get rate limited or something? Mr. Ether, I want a t-shirt. You better hurry up and edit that comment. Ron Legato, there we go. We got him on the second pass through. Ron Legato. 2 more. 2 more we got. All Infinity. You can't win 2 t-shirts. Ed McCracken. Ed McCracken. Ed McCracken. D's Bitcoins. 1 more. Dark Rico. Dark Rico. All right, you guys are awesome. Elon Gaming, what are the winners getting? Sorry, new here. No problem. So we were live streaming last night. We actually did an extended live stream last night. We were on air for 3 hours. And CryptoZombie stopped by, tossed us $25. We chatted for a little bit. And we decided to go ahead and give away 5 t-shirts. Just for fun. We like to give away stuff here. So all the winners are going to get a Kraken Cryptocurrency t-shirt. So if you guys want to head on over. So congratulations to the winner. So again, it's D Crypto, All Infinity, Ron Legato, Ed McCracken, and Dark Rico. I'll try and do my best. I think if I like click on your name, I think I can send you. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Maybe we have to be like friends on YouTube to send a message. Scott understands this better than I do. I'm good at
Spent 20,
trading.
30
bad at
minutes talking.
technology. But if you guys want to head on over to crackencryptocurrency.com/merch and pick yourself out a t-shirt. Let's see here. T-shirts. Wendy says, "Oh, come on." We normally do, so on all our other previous giveaways, we've normally said $25 limit. Otherwise, everybody gets the $80 t-shirt, which is pretty much all of them. I think there's only like maybe 7 shirts that are over $5. But get a hold of me. DM me in the Discord at JYSphere at Mastash or at Ben Kirkland, the admins in our Discord, and just send us the link to the t-shirt that you want. And if it's over $25, a convincing reason why it has to be that t-shirt. It's all good. Just pick a t-shirt out. Let us know. I'm gonna need your I'll tell you all this when you guys DM me, but I'll need your address to send the t-shirt to, and we'll get those sent out. Congratulations to the winners, guys. Thank you so much for participating. Highly appreciate that. And let's get back over here into Mr. Bitcoin. Let's see what's going on. Got about 30 minutes for the daily close. This is my second favorite t-shirt. This was my favorite t-shirt, and then Scott got me the black Bitcoin t-shirt. That's now my favorite Bitcoin t-shirt. Wendy says I trade like I win t-shirts. Is there a what would Justin do shirt? We've got a couple ideas that we need to get up there, which is the yeoman's work time transformation t-shirt idea we want to get up there. A what would Justin t-shirt would be kind of funny. Is anyone worried that Bitcoin doesn't do anything other than lose value over the past year? No, not really. I'm long-term bullish on Bitcoin. Do cryptocurrencies need to have utility, or are they kind of like slot machines? So for trading, slot machines. That's why I'm not overly optimistic and super bullish on a lot of cryptocurrencies. People ask me like, what's the best altcoin to hold for 2019? I don't trade like that, right? I don't trade like that. I don't value invest in cryptocurrencies except for Bitcoin. And if there have been cryptocurrencies that I value invested in that I thought were good, that I think are good projects or thought were good projects in the past, and those returns were very nice. But we're just not in that season, man. We're not in that season. We're letting the market equalize, stabilize. We're letting it get a little bit more, unfortunately, institutional. We're going to be traded on larger platforms. And then when that's there, there'll be ICOs, or excuse me, there'll be IEOs, there'll be IPOs, security tokens that I think are going to be exciting investment opportunities. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Floyd says rigged. Bad Andy says I should pick 2 more in case you don't hear from some of the winners. LOL, just kidding. I'll buy one. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. We get a small, super small kickback from the sale of the merch. Spreadshirt handles all of it. I think we get I have no idea how much. We don't get a lot, but it does help. T-shirts do help support the channel, man. Thank you. And just the way we do. So we will give 5 t-shirts away if I don't hear from anybody. I typically say a week if I don't hear from you within a week. So, by this weekend, so next weekend, we'll pick alternative winners. Picture in Discord and trading chat, make shirt and hoodie like that, and I will buy one. I will get this to Scott. Ooh, that's nice. That is cool. Yeah, that's nice right there. I'll see if Scott can't whip that up. Original Joker, hey, good to see you. Okay, gotta get back to the charts. Some Inception, Justin. Streamception. Is it important for projects to become corporations to then offer ICOs? It would be better because then you would be fundamentally investing in the value of the company. So security tokens, I think, are going to be the next big thing. When you buy most tokens right now, I think some tokens have much more utility than other tokens. But, you know, like things like Siacoin or Filecoin, they actually have a purported idea. But I mean, look at what happened with Monero, or not Monero, excuse me, with Oyster, right? Oyster was purporting to do the exact same thing. Basic Attention Token has some fantastic utility. That's why Basic Attention Token is one of the few tokens that I do like holding. So yeah, and we're a Brave verified publisher. So all the tips that we get in BAT, we just hold in BAT because we think that's supportive to the community. We try to give them back to the BAT community. Damn, autocorrect, I'm at IPOs. No, I get you. Laughing. But I mean, a lot of tokens nowadays don't have any utility. So when when there's a project out there that is actually tied to the growth of the company, that's a little bit of a different story. All right, so let's get looking at ZERP, man. Yeah, man, it doesn't look good. So I still don't like it. So here we have ZERP USDT. Broke down below this macro trend line. Now, every time looking at the USDT pairing, every time it's come down this low, it's popped back up. But doesn't mean that was the good trade to take. I don't believe in buying something just because it's cheap. So since I'm not going to be doing anything with Tether right now, BTC. Going down there. So when we're looking at, I think you did ask for ZERP oozed, but we'll look at ZERP BTC first. Wow. Not look like a good chart. The last buy zone that I was tentatively interested in just got annihilated, right? Just got annihilated, right? So we had a bottom here. We were basically looking for, you know, an extended return to the mean. Did actually get the daily buy signal, but got rejected from our daily baseline and swift shot down. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that exact same thing again. You know, we've seen price come back down here into this zone right here, which was kind of the other area that I talked about retesting. You have this inefficiency in the market, as well as, you know, if you use the actual bullish order block from this, it'd be such a wide range. I'm not comfortable with buying in that wide of a range on ZERP. But you do have price wicking down here into that interesting buy area and popping up. However, as long as we're below that daily baseline, the only thing you're looking to do is re-add to your short position. Right? And just like I have here. It's like this. I wouldn't be surprised to see price come up here and test the daily base. You down, man. They got that low. I don't see anything. I don't see anything on here that's bullish. This looks pretty bad, man. This zone right here initially, like the 43.50 zone, lower. So let's look at ZERP oozed, and I guess we will look at it on Finex. Yeah. And I did want to, I said, you can see my note from back here in the day. I was like, should short this rejection from the trend line, or should I wait for a breakdown of support? Well, got the breakdown of support right here. Price is coming up to test the daily baseline. We just got that cross under right here on this candle. And kind of similar for, you know, when we were talking about those golden cross death crosses, man. It's not bad to wait for a retracement back to the baseline. Get back in your position. And if price gets above these, it actually breaks out of this pattern, right? Got these macro lines, man. These long macro lines. There's nothing to do with this right now. The statistically correct move is to look to re-add to your short in this zone right here. Right, so ZERP M19. Joey Rocket Crypto, thank you so much for liking the script on TradingView. So potentially, maybe 5% price appreciation. Price does that, you'd look to re-add to your short. Now, we did take a little bit of a long on, we did actually take a little bit of a long on ZERP. But we've already closed that position out. We took profits on this candle right here. So if price does end up putting in a little bit of a higher low here, I could see price kicking up, like I said, about 5%. Now, is that a riskier trade? Absolutely it is. It's absolutely a riskier trade. But if you want to take it, that's fine. You could use the low of this candle as your stop loss, 623, give or take. That 5%. But on ZERP, man, I'm just looking to re-add to my short. Thanks, Michael Weston. I highly appreciate that. Wendy says, BNB, BAT, and BTC are the only ones actually worth anything. Decent argument. But what about Bitcoin Cash, man? What about Bitcoin Cash? All right, HOT BTC. Okay, so I don't like it. I do not like holochain. I would like holochain a lot more around 18 to 21 sats. I like holochain around 18 to 21 sats. It doesn't look, I want to say that it doesn't look too bad for a reversal bounce right here. Maybe to tag the Kijun up here, potential 13% trade. But honestly, it doesn't really look good. We got our Chico on support here. So an interesting use of the Chico spawn. A lot of people don't use the lagging span very well. But if you have a level of support, as you can see, I do have a falling wedge on here. Just for whatever possible reason. Probably somebody had me look at it. You guys know how I feel about chart patterns. But again, you can utilize this as a level of support if this is your trading strategy, if you're trading chart patterns, which if you're trading chart patterns, you probably shouldn't be trading chart patterns because they don't provide a statistical edge. But you can look in the past. Your Chico lagging span is going to tell you like what price in the past is doing, and if price in the past is touching support, it can be useful. It can be really useful if you look at what the Chico span is doing to important levels, right? Do I consider this important level? No. But if, for example, you had like, you know, your 55 exponential moving average down here and you had your Chico span bouncing off of it and you were unsure what price was doing now, it might not be a bad reversal trade. But honestly, I don't really like the way this looks at all. We'll go through this like one by one. All right, so CC EMA. You got the fresh undercross right here, right? On this candle right here, you had the 13 crossing under the 55. You had price retrace basically to test the 55, was unable to convincingly closed above it, but immediately gave it back to the market, consolidated and broke down bearish. And you're just retracing back to your daily baseline and looking to reject again, man. So yeah, I'd be interested in this around the 18 to 21 sat level. And we might take the reversal trade then, right? Bearish breaker zone, broken above here cleanly with low resistance. So you're just looking for a retracement back to that zone. If that level breaks, then unless the trend shifts, I mean, I'm not really interested in buying this until down here, you know, around 10 sats. These things trend for a long time. You know, you want to be on the right side of the market when everything shifts. And you could use something as simple as a moving average to get in there, man. And right now, this thing just consolidated for a while, distribution pattern. I don't see any reason for this to go up significantly. I mean, you're always going to have little bumps and bounces, but right now, if you're trying to go long, you're trading against the trend, and you can't short holochain, so nothing to be done, man. We'll see if price gets some bullish reaction around here. We'll see if we can't get a reversal of the trend. Till then, man. Yeah, I mean, we already hit all our profits on this one. Next. I feel like I lost the chat again. Have I tried? Do I like that HXRO game Moonwrecked? No. Zerp got Googled by JP Morgan. It's over. Steven Crusoe, can I look at BAT? Sure, man. Jurgener says, watching 75 minutes delayed. Hey, hi all. Hey, what's going on, my good friend? You can't see LOL. Gonna start driving later. Hey, later. About time someone shows the golden and dead cross price action correlation as it is played out most of the time. Thank you. You're welcome, man. Hey, Bob, good to see you. What a show. Thank you. Top hat. So what's all this BTC who? Well, in 2008, a guy named Satoshi Nakamoto, potentially a robot. We don't know yet. Yeah, my restream chat stopped working, so I had to look back over here. So if I miss anything in Twitch, I'm sorry. I will fix it. I will go over here. Okay, cool. Not missing anything. HOT and then also BNB. going on right now? Going. Huh. BNB looks pretty good, man. Kind of looks like bat. Pull back down to that bullish breaker. And consolidating above resistance. Looks good, man. Falling volume on that retracement. And you're looking for volume to come back in on the way back up. Looks pretty good, dude. Damned robots. Have I gone over BCH? Nope, not yet. The money has to move somewhere. Any guesses? What do you mean? You trying to get that song stuck in my head again, Johnny? Thanks, David. I appreciate that. Ada and Trex. Yeah, we got like 13 minutes left, so let's do the lightning round. BNB looks good. Came back down, tagged your daily baseline just on basic attention token, get some nice price appreciation. If price closes below the 13 daily EMA, I wouldn't be in it. Again, you're looking at any and all retraces back into not 37.6, not 38.9 to do some buying. Stop loss slightly below, which would be congruent with a stop loss, which would be congruent with a daily close below your daily 55. Looks pretty good. Falling volume on a retracement. And strong bull trend. You don't want to be the dude calling the bottom in a bear market. You don't want to be the dude calling the top in a bull market. Trade the trend, man. Looks pretty good. Low risk reward setup too. Right now you're just targeting the top of the market. An 7-8% trade, and you're only risking maybe 3 to 5%. Not the best asymmetric, but again, you're only looking to take half your profit there, and then if price continues to bullishly appreciate. Got a little bit, same thing with BAT, as I said yesterday, continuation cross. Did go below the zero line, but when time transformation does something like this, where it goes below the zero line and then immediately crosses up, I consider that a continuation cross. Keep in mind, continuation crosses are some of the best trades that I take. Nano BTC. Did we look at this yesterday? Well, I don't remember I don't remember when I drew this because there's no timestamps, but not bad. Would have got the first limit order filled right here. Looking for an average entry right around here. Let's bring and stop loss. Get that fixed up. Nice. Nano on the daily is pretty unsure, right? So we fell down, found support right here in our bullish breaker. Too wide. You know, okay, I see the problem that I made with this chart. Let's redraw it. There we go. So 20% of that position would have already played out. So we could probably consider this trade already closed because we were looking to buy in our bullish breaker zone, right? You can see how the way to trade a bullish breaker, the way to set your limit orders up, right, are to have one at the top, one in the middle, and one at the bottom. 20, 30, 50. That's how I do things. Or you can do 10, 20, 30, 40 if you want to space 4 limit orders. But since you get charged to trade on Binance with a limit order anyways, setting 3 is generally better. You're going to pay less in fees. So you can see, price pulled back to the daily 55, which was also our first limit order for the bullish breaker. Pop back up and tag the daily 13, which is our baseline. Trades closed, man. That would have been pretty much an instant 8%. And, if price comes back down into this zone, you can look to get these lower orders filled. But breakers are generally good on the first pass. You're a little hesitant on the second pass. And you've already tagged this area. So I think price wants to come down and close below the daily 55 now, which means the next area that we're kind of looking at this would be down around here. Down around the 25,000 sat range. But, as long as it's above this daily breaker, you can give it the benefit of the doubt. Doesn't look really good to me, man. That's a pretty bearish candle right there. After a test of support, a doji, and then some pretty significant rejection, that looks pretty bearish. So let's see what we got going on here. Time transformation signaling a trending sell. Wadatar is actually confirming you're below your daily baseline. The bullish breaker did set you up with a good reversal trade right here, but that's already done. Next. Nothing to do with this, man. Crypto Kitty, good to hear. Jaguar and Land Rover partnered with IOTA. Yeah, we talked about that a while ago because IOTA has a bunch of those car companies. Has a bunch of those car companies that they're doing their little blockchainy thing with. You gotta see it break and hold, man. Hold into big candles like this or no-nos. You can see where a lot of market participants entered the market right here. Right? And then that news comes out 15 minutes ago. Right here. That liquidity coming into the market. And exit. And then we'll see if we actually establish a real trend. I mean, because that's a 10% trade for them. That's all they're looking for. You've got enough money to move the market like that. All you're looking for is the safest possible setups. Similarly to myself. It is 6:56 and I am so tired and I've got so much left to do tonight. Mr. Ether says, funny, I just bought in yesterday. Moving the market like that, bro? How far down is Cardano gonna go? Wait a second. Mr. Ether had asked for something. Engine Coin. I really like what Engine Coin's doing too. That's kind of in my list of stuff that I actually like. Okay, on the 15-minute. Time we looked at Engine Coin, we talked about the swing failure pattern, inefficiency in the market, buy zone, tagged it. Beautiful. Swing high, swing low, lower high. Broke that swing low that was generated from the swing high, swing failure pattern. Pulls back, rejects from the daily baseline, and down, 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 down. So you tag the very tip top of your buy zone. And there's really nothing to do with this right now, man. Price is consolidating. Let it establish a good trend. You got a bearish breaker over here, so technically any retraces back to the 41, 43 level. 41, 43 to 43, 63 are going to be selling opportunities. And you don't want to lose this. Don't really want to break down below this. Just let price consolidate. Let it pick a strong trend. Volume's really low right now. Yeah, wait for a volume spike and follow the trend which way it goes. Just eyeballing it. Art, not science. Yeah, there's nothing to be done here yet. And Cardano, real quick before we go. I need like a nap or something. Cardano's getting there, man. Cardano is getting there. I don't actually have these limits set yet, but I've had my eye on this zone for quite a while, so we'll see what happens. Doesn't look the greatest right now, but we'll let price evolve. I'll keep you guys posted. God, 300,000. Yeah, we always talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin at the beginning of the show. Let's check in here real quick. Daily candle close. Weekly candle close. Daily candle closed bearish. Doji indecision, rejecting from our baseline. Let's look at the weekly close. Closed on a weekly sell, guys. Weekly buy, weekly sell. Ethereum, daily candle close. Sure. Not super bueno, man. Ethereum daily closed back down below our secondary baseline. Ethereum had the weekly sell last week. Well, really 2 weeks ago. Doesn't look good daily. Bitcoin, just like I said earlier, I'm short on Bitcoin. I would not be surprised to see a short squeeze here in about 12 hours, to be honest with you. 12 to 14 hours, around 9 to 11 a.m. CDT. But I'd be very happy if price just went ahead and plummeted right now. Maybe test this liquidity right here. We've got equal highs right here, right a little bit above our daily baseline. Maybe even as high as this. So if we go down and look at the BitMEX chart, nothing's changed about my setup. Here's my entry zone. Got equal highs right here. That means there's going to be liquidity and untapped liquidity right here. So if we're going to get a short squeeze, that's where you want to have your limit sell orders. What is my favorite shite coin? Solely off the pumpamentals, not TA. I mean, I don't really have one, man. I mean, I don't think Basic Attention Token's a shitcoin, but but I really like Basic Attention Token. Dragon Chain ever gets that Disney contract. But if you're saying like what can be pumped, then I heard Agra Token was going to get pumped this weekend on Huobi, or Bancor. So if you guys want to go check that out. Casey Taylor, what up, my dude? All right, Johnny boy, we will look at Agi real quick, man. Yep, and Ethereum short from 158. I got additional fills at 159, 160 if price goes up that high. And I like the way it looks. And we'll look at AGI real quick. And then we're out. Whoa. Goodness gracious. Green candle. Fell into the buy zone, went just a little bit below. Daily candle rejected from the baseline. That was the trade. That was the trade. The trade was the buy and the sell. So, I want to say it looks good on the daily, but that would be a lie. But you did get some nice volume coming in, but we got to wait till we get up above the baseline. Then we'll get TT. We probably won't get it. Yeah, nothing's telling us to take a trend trade yet on the daily. On the 12-hour, we got a signal. Stop loss at 665. Take profit at 786 and 835. Could be pretty good. Had a nice volume spike right there, man. Nice volume spike. Doji. That was your 12-hour baseline. Wada, TAR, and time transformation. I'm telling you to go ahead. And you're in the vicinity of that buy zone, so probably worth it, man. Be careful. Don't put too confidence into it. You don't put too much confidence into a daily reversal if you're still below your daily baseline, right? Because you got a big possibility to just get your face smashed in right here. But we already wicked off of it. Looks like we're going back for a second test. Actually, AGI doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I like that 12-hour setup. Stop loss around 6. Pretty steep stop loss. I really don't want to see the 12-hour close below the baseline. So you could have a much tighter stop, like 709, for example. Shooting for 785, 834. But you want to pay attention to your daily 13, man. Coming in around 767, so just be careful of that. Where you got rejected from last time. So basically the high of this candle. That liquidity right there, so. Doesn't look bad, man. Ben. Hey, good to see you, Ben. What's up, brother? That is mainly used in the US and Western Europe. Yeah. All right, guys. I gotta head. If I don't get to start, I gotta finish some videos tonight. I got a little bit more work to do on Mynx, and we got to do the analyst meeting, do the weekly analysis, and post new trades for the members. So, anyways, guys, you guys have been fantastic. Thanks so much for spending your evening with me. Another Sunday evening update. Let's get over here. All right, so there you have it, guys. Pretty slow night in the markets. We've got some interesting stuff coming out, like IOTA and AGI doesn't look too bad. Overall, Ethereum and Bitcoin continue to look weak. There needs to be a little bit more. We need to see some more critical levels get broken before we can even consider looking at them for a long. Right now, just looking for opportunities to re-add to our short. Make sure that you guys trade safely out there. If you guys would like to trade along with me and the rest of the team, you guys can, of course, check the link at the top of the screen. And if you'd like to trade on an exchange that allows you to trade during peak volume, you can, of course, check out my ByBit link down in the description below. Congratulations to the t-shirt winners. Decrypto, All Infinity, Ron Legato, Ed McCracken, and Dark Rico. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for your support. Of course, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, sarcastic remarks, and or death threats, you can leave them in the comments section down below, as well as coin requests for tomorrow. We will try to work those in as well as possible, guys. I've been Justin Wise for Cracking Cryptocurrency. Make sure you guys trade safely, and I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon.
You